let's take trend watch this morning. And the Ndlea have proposed a mandatory drug test for driver's license applicants. No.
You know, the first thing that came to mind was I was saying it that this is, I mean, it's at a point in time that this thing has become prominent. I mean, it's become an order of the day kind of thing. You know, so you see an average youth is doing one thing or the other. We don't want to mention the names of those things, but you people know them. You know, so no, just to put it that way. But again, I think there was also a time where a popular pastor came out to say that he's against a particular, you know, industry, a group, but I don't want to mention the name anyway. So he said it's against them because they don't train their, you know, drivers. And he was saying that not just the training now. Some of their drivers, they take substances. You know, and then sometimes they don't sleep. They now use the substance as a, you know, as a thing to help them stay alive while driving, which has caused in a lot of ways a lot of damage to the country. A lot of people have lost their lives because of the recklessness of drivers in the country, and I think this is coming at a very good time. But some would also argue that this is already long overdue. It's too late. These things should have been there. We should have all these structures in place. But it seems like it's never too late to do the right thing, especially if it's right. Yeah. So this is the Ndlea proposing mandatory drug test for driver's license applicants. I think it's a good one. But the way they want to take it is that, you know, sometimes people are always scared, not because they'll be at the wrong side of things, not because they will flout the rules, but because of the extortion that might come from all of these officers as well. You know, because if we have, I think 2 ministries or 2 security agencies are coming together to do this, the Ndlea and then the Road Safety Commission. They are also joining hands to do this. So if road safety stops you, that's one. You think, okay, that's all I have for today. I've been stopped. I've given them everything they need to. Ndlea will come again, and then they'll stop you. So there's a bit of, you know, and we've also seen cases. There might be a little
bit of bureaucracy attached to it.
Actually, and we've also seen the case where some would say they will rope you, you know. They call, I don't want to mention, that thing is inviting me to call the name, but I will not call the name because you're on there. But again, we've seen a lot of places where, you know, security agencies will be the one planting substances inside. All of these things might still happen again because now they know the sanction is high. The government is against it outrightly, and so it becomes a conversation. So if
it's now a business.
Yes, that's the right word I was looking for. So it becomes a business for them. Well, who checks those people? Who check people too? Maybe we should also put that on the front line of the conversation. But again, I mean, it's a good development if you ask me.
Yes, absolutely. You are right. It's a good development. And if you look at what they said, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has proposed mandatory drug integrity tests for individuals applying for driver's licenses as part of efforts to reduce drug-related road accidents. I think this only applies when you are about to register for the license or maybe a renewal. But then my own concern is after you have gotten your driver's license, most of the times when you want to renew, you only go for capturing and then you get a new driver's license. It's not like you are going to do the registration all over again. So who are going to be, you know, in charge of these things? That is one. Two, just like you said, it should not be a business venture for paramilitary officials in those you know, agencies, just like the Ndlea and most definitely the FRSC. This should not be another source of income for them. I'm not saying they should not charge for this test, but I'm just saying they should not make the people and then don't let them feel like, oh, they are now in our, you know, of course, in our cage. So let's make it, you know, as simple as possible. There should be little or no bureaucracy attached to it whatsoever. And then, you know, there should be accessibility. And, you know, sometimes you see people saying, oh, I applied for my driver's license. It's been over 3-4 months. They have not given me the plastic. They have only given me papers. And then when those papers expire, sometimes you don't get to renew the temporary papers given to you. And then someone stops you on the road and takes money from you just because you have been stopped and then you don't have a valid driver's license. So all these things should be, you know, catered for in the new development. I mean, when we have great developments like this, it should come with innovations too, and then we should break it down. Don't make it too difficult for people, and then don't scare them away, because when it becomes too much of a problem, you see Nigerians, they don't really like trouble. They'll prefer not to, you know, go for these driver's licenses and then stay somewhere and then find a way, oh, is there road safety there? Then they begin to dodge you all over the place. So that's not really helping. Let's just break it down a little bit.
Yes, in addition to what you said, let's put a feather on the cap of the institutions coming up with this, but also with a caution, like you also mentioned. But again, how many truck drivers in Nigeria have licenses that are up to date? That's a conversation. But that's not where I'm going. I know of the United States, there's something called DUI. It's driving under influence. If you are caught one time, 2 times, then it becomes, they might revoke your license.
Right.
1, 2, you might not be able to drive in some places if you are a DUI person. So you see a lot of people say, I can't drive, but I'm on the DUI. So, you know, driving under influence, because they have been sanctioned once or twice or more. So once they have been sanctioned, they don't have license to drive.
They don't even try to risk it.
Exactly, but that goes beyond the point of obtaining the license. That goes to the point of checking again. So you have the license, yes, we acknowledge. But when you drive, can we also check you again on the road to say, okay, do we have those measures? And that's another thing, though, because, you know, there are tests they can run on you.
We should encourage them to get DUI kits.
Absolutely.
Drivers should be
on the runway
tested
everywhere.
on the major highways too, to see if they are fit to be on those roads. So that we will not continue to risk people's lives and, of course, their properties.
Absolutely.
This will be the convenient time to draw the curtains on today's edition of Daybreak Live right here on Dominion Television. Thank you for being a part of the show so far, and of course keep it locked on this, that we have a lot to unpack for you on this dial today. Do well to link up with us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok at Dominion Broadcast. Watch us live on our YouTube channel, subscribe to that channel, and of course click on the notification button, and anytime we come online you definitely get to watch us live. Also link up with us on our website www.dominion.org.ng. As we go, let me tell you this very quickly, that it is never too late to achieve something new, and of course never too late to learn. Every time you learn, you are building a piece of yourself. Piece by piece, you get built. Samson Balogun is my name. Let's meet again tomorrow, same time, same station, same host. Bye for now.
And I say, don't abuse substance so that the Lord will not abuse you. Anyway, my name is Ndlea. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned to Dominion Television. Bye for now.